Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth204 for another episode of Final Fantasy X HD post-game. You getting sick of me starting the episodes off in this godforsaken place? Because I am. Luckily this should be the second to last one, because we still need to beat Nemesis, but that's a ways off. First things first, today we are going to talk about completing your sphere grid. Now, we had an episode already where I discussed how to grind up. As you can see, everybody's got sphere levels and stuff. I actually haven't finished out some of the little areas for some people, but I've mostly completed it for just about everybody. I'll be using Wakka as the template here because he's pretty much the most complete outside of areas that have locks. So, you want to complete the sphere grid. There's two trophies for you to get. One is for completing one character's sphere grid, and another is for completing everybody's. So if you want 100% the game, you got to do that. Also, if you just want to, do well at the game. It might look like you have a lot going on over here, but actually, after counting, I had 216 empty nodes. Yeah, these little things, which makes up for a lot. And that counts the empty nodes underneath the locks. But just for Wakka's grid here, I had about 216 empty nodes, 25 level 4 keys, level 4 locks that have not been unlocked yet, 3 level 3 locks, and a bunch of miscellaneous things like magic spheres, especially luck in certain places, like over here. I put some luck spheres that I haven't been able to do, so all in all, there's a lot to do. Now, if you take a look at Wakka's stats, you're going to want to try to get most of these stats up to 255, which is the maximum value. I would recommend focusing, with all the 216, you'll probably be able to do most of them, because all of the spheres that you get give you a +4. So, yeah, it adds up. So, like, strength, we're 54 away. Defense, we're a little under 100. Magic, we're a little under 100. Magic, defense, etc. So, you want to try to get, I would say, focus on strength, magic, agility, evasion, and accuracy. First and foremost. Defense and magic defense are a plus. Luck is only if you're crazy, and I honestly only recommend it if you're crazy. Now, you may be asking yourself, Dovey, how do I go about doing this? Well, if you've watched the videos where I talked about, in the past few videos where we killed all of the original creations, and species creations, and areas creations, so each one of them has a chance to drop, or drops something at the end of the battle that hopefully isn't dark matter, because you don't want that. But a lot of these enemies drop those spheres that you need to make stuff. Namely things like HP sphere. Well, HP and MP spheres you don't really need unless you want to break HP limit on your armor, which I don't recommend, honestly. But yeah, strength sphere, defense, magic defense we got 70 of because that was the enemy that we had to get the triple AP weapons from. And that wasn't fun. So you're probably going to, at this point, be set on magic defense. You're not using all 70 of those. No, don't do that. I did that when I first played, don't do that. Anyway, evasion, accuracy, luck spheres, and fortune spheres are going to be the bane of your existence. But we'll get to that. But anyway, so I calculated it out over here. So Wakka, in order to max out everything that isn't luck, needs about 10 strength spheres, and this is I kind of factored in all the spaces that I didn't get yet. So about 10 strength spheres, 24 defense spheres, 25 magic spheres, 25 magic defense spheres, 32 evasion spheres, 18 agility spheres, and 40 accuracy spheres. Now we actually have a bunch of those already, so subtracting it out, it became 8 strength, 21 defense, 24 magic, 0 magic defense, 30 evasion spheres, and we don't have agility or accuracy spheres, and we do have some luck spheres. In order to get luck up to 255, which is going to make you get critical hits at every single juncture no matter what, luck is an interesting stat in this game, and if you are trying to maximize yourself, and go nuts, we would need 37 luck spheres. Because we also have a whole bunch of, even though our luck is at 20, we have a bunch of luck nodes that we didn't get, and yeah. So, the enemies that you need to kill in order to get these are going to be... Fight monsters, there we go. Starting off in the original here. 4 luck spheres, meaning the... one second, yeah, okay, 4 fortune spheres, excuse me. You kill the Earth Eater to get fortune spheres, and if you overkill it, it's 2 fortune spheres. And you need fortune spheres in order to unlock luck nodes. So we're at least going to need 10 of them, or 15 of them, or so. So I have 10 luck luck nodes and another 5 spheres, so that's 15. And I already had 2 or something, so I wrote down 5. But yeah, the Earth Eater, if you haven't unlocked it yet, you need at least 2 area creations to have been created. It has 1.3 million health. It... boy. We discussed it in a previous video, but essentially your strategy on that guy is going to be using attack reels and maybe having death-proof armor. It works like the Chocobo Eater. It flips over at 100,000 health, but it can reflect flare off of itself. I recommend having like an Aeon or something, honestly. Anima is really good for that. Next, if you want to farm luck spheres so that you can fill out the rest of your nodes with luck stuff, then you have to kill the Greater Sphere here, which has 1.5 million health. And it has, oh boy, 1.5 million health and overkill at 99,999, Quiet Birds. It counters physical attacks with Ultima, so Auto Life, Anima, attack reels, those are all really good, essentially, and you need to have 2 species creations for that to appear. Let's see. If you want strength spheres in order to make strength nodes, you need to fight the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut, thankfully, is not an original creation. I believe is a species creation. The Juggernaut, I probably should have had my notes up over here for it. Actually, it's on the other side of this. It is on the other side of this. Hooray! So for the Juggernaut, you need 5 of each of the dual horn type enemies, and it has 1.2 million health. It has like really high defense and strength. You really need to... Overkill's 15,000, 1.2 million health. Yeah, you should... I mean, attack reels is going to be your best bet for most of these things, let's be honest. I would probably go for Juggernaut first, since you want to try to max out your attack stat. I'm only going to need to fight him 4 times, actually, in order to get all of the spheres that I need. So that's cool. Assuming that I overkill him. Let's see, next up, for defense, you need to fight the Tanket. Right here, yeah, it's up here. The Tanket has 900,000 health, has really high defense, 10,000 overkill. It can inflict Berserk and severe delay on you. You need to kill 3 of every type of the helm enemies, like the little guys that Auron has to kill. And I didn't find it to be particularly difficult. But yeah, most of these enemies, or all of these enemies, I've fought in previous videos. I'm not going to be fighting them again like you saw in the first sphere grinding video, just because A, it would make this video take forever, and B, I actually literally already did it. So in the description, I'm just going to put a link to the videos that have the specific enemies if you want to go there for more in-depth strategy and just watching me fight them, but here I'm just saying which enemies are which. So if you want defense, you want to fight the Tanket. Next up, for magic, you want to fight the Jumbo Flan, which is also over here. The Jumbo Flan has 1.3 million health and overkill of 99,999. It's immune to physical attacks completely and absorbs all elements. If you want to do something or if you want to fight it easily, Anima with Haste, Shell, Lancet or Curaga, Dispel. So all those things on Anima will make easy work of it. That's what I did. If your characters have high enough magic already, you can just double cast Ultima, Flare, and Holy using your high magic characters, and use Copycat with your other characters just to make things go better. Next up, if you want magic defense for whatever reason, if you still haven't gotten enough, you fight the One Eyes for that. One Eye will drop magic defense, and it has 150,000 health. It has an attack called Shockwave that it uses in its first turn. If you're not fast enough, it will just give you like every status effect. It's awful. But it's immune to most elements and has auto regen, but 2 or 3 attacks from a party at this point in the game will just kill it. It's way too easy at this point, which is nice. For luck, we talked about already. Evasion, you want to fight the Fenrir? Second. Magic, accuracy. Terex, sorry. The Terex gives you evasion spheres. It has 100,000 health. Also has auto regen. At this point, like, there's no point in even giving a strategy. You just attack it a couple times. If you want accuracy, fight the Hornet, which has 620 health. 620, yeah, 620 health, 620,000. It can inflict status also, since it's a Hornet. It's really annoying. Oh, also, I'm sorry. For the Jumbo Flan, you need to catch 3 of every Flan. For the One Eye, you need to catch 4 of every the Eye enemies. For the Tank, it's 3 Helms. For the Terex, you need 3 of every of the Bird enemies, and yeah, the Hornet's 4 of every Bee enemy. So yeah. But yeah, the Hornet is a bit more evasive, so if you want to, I don't know, use Jinx on it or something, or accuracy up, that'll be good for yourself. But yeah, that's accuracy spheres, and agility is, did we just, no, we didn't talk about agility. Agility is the Fenrir, which is at the top there, 850,000 health. It's also pretty easy at this point, honestly. It has Fangs of Chaos, which do a bunch of stuff to you. It can take down a whole load of your HP with another one of its attacks. It can do insta-death with one of its attacks. If you have anima or fast characters or attack reels, then it's going to be pretty easy for you at this point also. Quick Hit is your best friend with a lot of these fights, because even though they nerfed it from the original game, that's just going to make your characters attack really, really fast. So if you want to go for like a good strategy in getting through the grinding here as opposed to like enemy battling, I would focus on agility and attack, because that'll let you hit faster and harder so that the battles go by faster. If you want to focus on leveling up Yuna as well, getting her stuff maxed out faster, just trying to get her stuff, because that translates into the Aeons that you use, specifically Anima, which is going to be your best friend here. Because Anima's, Waka's attack reels and Anima's Oblivion do 16 attacks, so it just makes your life better. 16? Something like that. Anima does a lot of attacks. I talked about this earlier. I don't know. But anyway, so for my grinding, I'm going to have to fight the Earth Eater 5 times, Fenrir 9 times, the Terex 15, Hornet 20, the Jumbo Flan 10, the Tank at 10, and the Juggernaut 4 times. And after all of that, I'm still going to, that's only going to be 174 out of 216 empty slots. Which means that more than likely, unless I just want to grind up HP spheres or just fill it out with all the magic spheres that I got because I'm lazy, I am going to have to do the fortune stuff. But honestly, it's really up to you. It depends on like how much of a beast you want to make your characters. Like, I saw online there have been people that like really just want to maximize the stats as opposed to complete the sphere grid. And that involves using the clear spheres in order to get rid of anything that you don't need and replacing them with better stuff, namely like things like the the HP times 200. So like you get rid of those and you put in a 400 and it makes everything better. But that will just increase your playtime by hours and hours and hours. Now, the most important thing for us to do at the end of this video, which is something that you cannot neglect since we have 25 level 4 locks to unlock and only, and only 9 level 4 key spheres, is that we need to farm key spheres. And the only way to do that in this video game is to fight one specific monster, which we talked about, and that is Nemesis. Now, thank you so much, game developers, for not making Nemesis drop the level 4 key spheres. No. Thankfully, Nemesis only requires that you steal it from him and then run the heck away. If you can get in 2 steals before the battle, before he gets to a turn, then that's awesome. If not, it's okay. But yeah, all you have to do is I went to formation. Sorry. All you have to do is follow the train or whatever. Now, all you have to do is fight him. It costs 25,000. That's going to be your price. 25,000 per level 4 key sphere. But you have to fight him, mug him a few times. I think stealing from him causes him to counter, so I'm just doing the mug. But yeah, sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get a second mug in, but other times not. And he'll still get that turn coming up. So if you want to put Orin in, he might get another turn. I don't know. But yeah, just keep doing that. Right now I have 11. In order to unlock Nemesis, and we talked about this in the last episode, but in order to unlock Nemesis, that's not nice. You need to... Let's just run here before I mess that up. You need to catch 10 of every single monster in the game, and defeat every other creation, all the original, the species, and all the area's creations. So you're not going to be getting to Nemesis until you've at least done, most of everything here. Unless your grid is already pretty maxed out. I don't want your stupid rare steals. You can get a warp sphere from him if you're unlucky. That's actually really weird. That's his drop. He drops warp spheres, which warp spheres are... I mean, we'll look at it right now. But it's amazing how loud that bird is with my window closed. Warp sphere is just moved to any node, which is good. Something I really should be utilizing is teleport spheres, friend spheres, and return spheres. Return spheres I have been using, but I've honestly been kind of ignoring them, the same as I really ignored using any of these spheres. The Master Spheres you get from unlocking Nemesis, and they're really good, but at this point, I would just use them as a replacement for Fortune Spheres. Now, the unfortunate thing is that you have 7 characters, right? So it's one thing to get luck spheres that create luck nodes. It's another thing to activate them with every character. So you say to yourself, oh, I'll just fill the entire board up with luck nodes, and then bring Waka's luck to 255 because I'm psychotic or something. That's all well and good, except for the fact that now you are going to have to fight the Earth Eater like 100 times. The Earth Eater, if you overkill it, drops 2 Fortune Spheres. 2 Fortune Spheres unlock 2 luck nodes for 1 character. So if you put up, let's say, I wrote here I would need 42 luck nodes for Waka, right? So I would have to fight the Earth Eater 21 times in order to do that for that one character. And do that times 7. So that would be 140 something, right? I don't think that's worth it, honestly. I do not think that's worth it, actually, in the slightest. So I'm going to just use up all the luck, the luck spheres that I have, and not bother with it. I'm probably just gonna fill up the sphere grid with other stuff because I don't think I want to fight the Earth Eater, you know, over 100 times, almost 150 times for all my characters, because that is insane. And let's say you don't overkill it or you get a dark matter, then you gotta do it all over again. So it adds up and it just turns into a time expense. I don't personally recommend it. If you're crazy and you want to do it, I can't stop you. I can't stop you. But yeah, so that is more or less how to maximize, or how to complete your sphere grid. Your HP goes up to 99,999. Right now, we would have about 23,000 HP if it were unlocked, and like 1,800 or so MP. Which, I don't know, it's because of the way that enemies are obscenely overpowered, I don't see a point, because you just have auto life instead, and it makes your life easier. But yeah, I think I've talked enough. I wish you luck. I wish you a lot of luck with your enemy killing. You know, if you really want to get, you know, fill out the all the spaces there with your luck. You know, I don't know what to tell you, but good luck killing all those greater spheres and good luck killing all those Earth Eaters. Put something on the background. Put like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the extended version on in the background while you're doing this, and maybe by the time the movies are over, you'll have enough for one character. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go unlock, yeah, we have a few level 3s here that I didn't bother with, but I'm going to go unlock some level 4s and get some super abilities. And just to show you what abilities we're missing, we are missing, let's just get that out of the way. We're missing Nab Gil over there. We are missing, come on, Quick Pockets, which lets you use an item without taking up a turn. We got Copycat right over here. We have Full Break over here. Come on. And Zombie Attack up over here. This is Auto Life. And I believe that's it. This is just a bunch of spheres nodes. Yep. So, hopefully, by the time I see you again, I'll have gone through a bunch of this. I'm not going to stop the episodes and not do the Dark Aeons just because I haven't finished yet, because this is going to be very time-consuming. But I hope to be at least a little bit more overpowered by the time I see you again. So thank you very much for watching, and next time, let's take on some Dark Aeons. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.